All right, Biafrans all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, and welcome to Let's Talk TV. Now, before we go into the issue of the day, I need to make you understand one thing, and that is that there is a good news for the Biafran Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. I'll be dropping the video before I go into the main issue that we are going to address today, and that is the issue of Dr. Ngozi Orubueze. We all know how dogged Dr. Ngozi Orubueze has been, and the faction that has been created between Dr. Ngozi Orubueze and Ogenkere. I don't care about the faction. That is none of my business. My major concern is who is working in line with the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. And do you know the truth? I might not necessarily know who, because everything and every information that is coming online exposing anybody is just an alleged. It is an alleged information. Nobody is sure about anything. Now, it is left for the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa when he comes out in few days' time, whenever he's ready to speak out, to address Biafrans, he himself will come out and speak concerning this alleged, in quote. Yeah. Now, there is an information that Dr. Ngozi Orubueze's armed group, because Dr. Ngozi Orubueze went further to form her own armed group. Now, it is actually painful that the armed group of Dr. Ngozi Orubueze and the Biafra Liberation Army had a clash, and this has led to the firing of several able-bodied men who are meant to be defending the Biafran struggle. We'll be giving you the full information on that. But before we give you the information, let us give you the update on the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. Most of you have actually heard a lot of nonsense, a lot of nonsensical statement from the Zoo media, where they said that the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko will be extradited, and the information is that that the Finnish authority, that the Finnish government has approved the extradition of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. But I am here, as a true son of Biafra, with the right information, just the same way we give out our information on Let's Talk TV, to clear to you that information that the Zoo media, Daily Times, and the rest of the Zoo media are propagating online is false. Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko will not and cannot be extradited back to the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. We have clarified this over and over again. And now the good news about it is the good news that I shared to you on earlier today on the bail condition of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. And I am still sticking to that information that the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko will be released as soon as possible. Forget the fact that the court case is coming up next month. Don't be surprised that his bail condition might be reached as quickly as possible. So make sure you watch this video and you listen carefully with the detailed information on the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko, so that you will not be misguided by these elements, by these media propagandists that have been doing everything possible, to raise false alarm on the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. So enjoy this video, and also try as much as possible to share this information to Biafrans so that they will be fully aware of the information on the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko as soon as possible. God bless you. Enjoy and make sure you share.
Yeah, hello, Biafrans. How many of you remember when I told you that Nigeria don't have any evidence against Mazi Simon Ekpa? I said it in the beginning. They are just, joking. Nigeria, they are jokers. I don't want to be the one to break the news, but very soon you will hear PM Simon Ekpa will be here very, very soon. Very, very soon. He will be knocking on your door. Then he will come and clean the house because it's so messy. It's so messy these days, man. But don't worry. In a couple of days or weeks, at maximum, maybe he would like to relax first. He would like to relax first, but he'll be watching. Then after that, he will show his face. Don't worry. Keep talking rubbish. Keep vibrating, because he needs to understand first, not because somebody told him. He needs to go online first, study everything. Then he'll be calling people one by one to answer for the antecedents online. All the lies, all the bullshit going on. They say, I hear, they told me, and all this. But one thing is clear, Nigeria don't have any evidence. Finland going to court later with him is just because of, in Europe, here, they don't play with money. If they know that there have been money that have changed hands, maybe through his account or however, and he didn't pay tax of it, that is where they can call him and take him to court. Not because of Nigerian distance. Nigeria don't even have any evidence. They didn't even provide the papers they asked them to provide. So keeping him there is just on their own basis, on their own terms now. But they want, like I said in the beginning, after this, Nigeria is not going to do nothing anymore. They will not listen to them again. So this is their only chance. They have been waiting for them for God knows how, 5 months now. No evidence. They are lying to the people. Oh, we have supplied all the evidence they need. Nothing. They know. They know. Just imagine, how can somebody in Finland commit crimes in Nigeria? Oh, he's inciting people to do. Inciting people? Did he force anybody to do? People do what he is just like Mazanam Dekan. He tell the people what is happening, what is going on. Anything you do with the message is not his business. It doesn't work like that. If that is the case, then the American presidents will be arrested, or all the presidents in the world that talk to their people and say, you know what, this is happening and it's not going to happen like this and like that. Like the trade war between China and the United States. If somebody do something or whatever, maybe change his business or do whatever he wants to do, you cannot go and hold the president of America or president of China responsible. This is pathetic. But when it comes to human life, of course, they have to react. They have been troubling them like crazy, sending emissaries, envoys. They are, paying the ambassadors, bribing them, everything, providing everything. Even if Boko Haram did something, they will supply them with all the evidence and all that. But when they studied it, they can see that this is not true, and they can see what is happening now. Do you see how the case just, You don't need to go further. It's happening right now. And they can see it. Why ECMA is not nowhere to be found. So who is doing it? Who is doing it? So rejoice, Biafrans, man. Soon everybody will know.
Breaking news. Ngozi Orubueze's army clashed with Biafra Liberation Army in Arundi Izuago, as reverse has finally become the case in the Biafra struggle and Alibo entirely. Here are the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 23rd of April 2025, and I have video clip and interesting information and analysis for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because all Bajugodolo if I did go in a question in the first place. And this is the reason why I was shouting and writing. But people, unfortunately, my own people, the Igbo people to be precise, have shown once again that they are not ready for freedom. I want you to keep your bitterness aside. Drop it in your bedroom and go to the sitting room to listen to this very news till the end. I will play some few clips of video for you, and after that I will show you something that I said almost 2 months ago, a memo that I released a couple of months ago. I will show you. I'm going to bring it to the screen and read it together with you before we go into the full analysis of this very latest development. So pay attention. Like as I said, drop your anger and your whatever if jurugisi since the arrest of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Drop it in your bedroom, go to the sitting and listen to this very news. Get news and make sure you're listening to the end, because ndi ifrun anywabu ndi Igbo ego if ego before anyanya, if ego will destroy us. Money is the only thing that will destroy us. Now, let me first of all play the video, and then we'll go into the full analysis of this very news. Pay attention, my people. Did you hear the name? Okito, that is Oki Sofia. Oki Sofia is one of the commanders of Dr. Ngozi Orubueze and her USB government. Pay attention. I am not here to talk about Dr. Ngozi Orubueze. I have no business with her. My business is with Ndibo, Ndibo in general, not for one person. I have words for all of you, Ndibo. Pay attention.
TV la moto. TV la moto. TV la moto. TV la ma. Ela modia. Ela modia. Lalo kito.
This sound you are hearing is not the sound of freedom. I have to make it clear, even though Biafra Liberation Army is involved in this incident. It is not the sound of freedom, because this is not the sound that will give us freedom. Rather, this is the sound that will destroy us. Who is Oki Sofia? Okoni Igbo. Biafra Liberation Army, largely Ndibo, and some few other tribes in Biafraland. And if an emena londi is yogo, Nani Igbo, in Okigwe state of Biafraland, otherwise known as the old Imo state. Pay attention. But remember that this is not the sound of freedom. We know what sound of freedom looks like. We know how the sound of freedom sounds. It sounds from the Biafra Liberation Army to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom Terrorist Army body. This is the sound of destruction of Igbo nation, Igbo land, and the Igbo people. This has absolutely nothing to do with the sound of freedom. Pay attention, my people.
Nawada.
Ndị Igbo against ndị Igbo.
Monster. I got a grow no kita. To the motonga. How about loss? How about loss? So you go, you're gonna get to the motor conga. Yeah, man. I'm gonna like you. No, they can't do it. I'm gonna like you.
Now I have a question, please. This is not even the main analysis. I have a question, very disturbing and important question. This motto to the Tiegungun, this robot to the Tiegungun. It like this because when the two armed group confronted themselves between Oki Sofia and his men and the men of Biafra Liberation Army confronted themselves, this Obo Anoa Tomblo. You understand? That's why Obo Ajueti go like this. So, my question is because Obo Oki Sofia. My question, Bo, another clip about Esurioko. My question, Bo, this sarin kedi for neme no bo ndi kpọrọ nwefa Liberation Army. Gịnị ka siren na-ame n'ụgbọ ndị kpọrọ onwefa Liberation Army? Ndị claim na fapụtara ịlụ ọgụ nwere onwe, ndị claim na fapụtara ịlụ ọgụ gorilla. I think I will take my time to, make a live program to explain to us the meaning of guerrilla warfare. I will have my time to do this. Even though I've done it before, but I haven't done it, in fullest. So I will have my time to do it in order to analyze and explain to our people the meaning of guerrilla warfare. Because a lot of people are used to hearing this name. Maybe it's because it's an English language, you think you understand it, but you don't know the meaning. You don't know how it's being fought. You don't know what comes with it. I will take my time to analyze it for our people. What is siren doing on the vehicle of those who said they are Liberation Army and they are fighting guerrilla warfare? This is not the main analysis. Pay attention as we proceed.
This you people want challenge.
Did you hear that? He said, you people want challenge. Oki Sofia and his men want challenge. They want to challenge the Biafra Liberation Army, not the Zoo terrorist occupational Janjaweed Army. Pay attention, my people. Remember, I told you, I will show you something. Now, if I would do boys Sunyego Yoko, B.L.A. personnel Sunyego Yoko, now on this Ogo. E Sunyego di Oboko. Ndi Igbo kwa ife aka onu so unu chọrọ. Ọkwa ife aka ndị Igbo si na fa chọrọ na ani Igbo. Ife aka unu chọrọ na ani Igbo ndị Igbo. Enwere m okwu ndị Igbo. Ọkwa ife aka unu si na unu chọrọ na ani Igbo. Otu aka unu si wee chọọ ịnụ ọgụ nwere onwe a wee nụpụta ife. Now, let me show you something, because if I don't show you this, you may not understand what is going on. Now, this is from Biafra Unite platform, which I wrote, going to 2 months now. This has been here, which I said, what happened yesterday evening in the name of Code of Conduct broadcast indicate that some individuals have succeeded in setting up their own army outside the original structures of the Biafra Liberation Army, B.L.A. Do you know when I wrote this? I wrote this when Ngozi Orubueze made that broadcast she tagged Code of Conduct broadcast. That's why when people make some comment in my comment section, I look at them in fairness. I don't respond because I know that a day like this will come. But let's continue reading. The next coming days, weeks and months will be very interesting and pivotal in Biafra struggle. As the new army is ready to hit the ground running. Let me take this again. This is almost 2 months ago, going to 2 months now. And I told you back then that the next coming days, weeks, and months will be very interesting and pivotal in Biafra struggle as the new army is ready to hit the ground running. It did not end there. No, we are just starting. Now, I want you to follow me with keen interest. I said, remember this, that these new recruited young men lack the required military experience to fight in guerrilla warfare, as they have only received 1 and barely 2 months training. Thus, the big question here is, now pay attention. Pay very good attention. The big question here is, what will be the rules of engagement of this new army? What will be the rules of engagement of this newly recruited army? Now, will they be fighting against the Janjaweed occupational army of the zoo, or against the original Biafra Liberation Army, B.L.A? These questions will be answered sooner rather than later, because all their activities will be in the open. Because of what? All their activities will be in the open. This was just like a prophecy. You remember, I normally tell you that I'm not a prophet. I am not a prophet. But when I speak, once I speak, take my word for granted at your own peril. It's none of my business. If you don't use my word and take it seriously, it is your own business. I'm telling you, I am not a prophet. But when I speak, take that word for granted at your own peril. Look at it. These questions will be answered sooner rather than later, because all their activities will be in the open. Just like the video that I played for you. And I went on to say, if they are going to fight the Janjaweed army, then congratulations to those Biafrans who funded it. But if they are here to fight the B.L.A. and go into criminal activities in the name of Biafra army in order to use it to criminalize PM Simon Ekpa in Finland and jeopardize his release, then woe to those Biafrans who funded and supported the conquest of their fatherland. Who funded and supported the conquest of their fatherland. And I said in conclusion, all Biafrans must watch out and stay a bit calm for now. For now. I say watch, observe, and stay informed. And above all, stay vigilant and security conscious, for the days ahead are not clear yet. My brothers and sisters, I am not preaching. These words came like prophecy, but I am not a prophet. Everything that I stated here is happening in our own eyes now. Early this year in January, look at here. A man called Gumi that we all know made a statement, said, Gumi to government, train arm Igbo youths to fight IPOB. Arm Igbo youths to fight IPOB. Train and arm Igbo youths to fight IPOB. What is happening today? As if the one that the governors have been doing is not enough. Now, a group of individuals that is being armed and given a name in the name of Biafra Liberation Army are now confronting the Biafra Liberation Army. In fact, the ESN. Let's start from beginning. The Eastern Security Network, formed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for liberation of Biafra nation, cum Biafra Liberation Army, cum Biafra Liberation Army, organized and set up by those that they called autopilot, led by the Prime Minister Mazi Samoneba. Now, they are now being distracted. Instead of confronting the occupational soldiers of the zoo, they are now being confronted by another group of individuals who speak the same language, who claim to be fighting for the same thing that they are fighting for. Now it is between themselves. I am not making up stories. At least I have shown you videos. Ndị Igbo, unu asị na ọ bụ ife aka unu chọrọ n'ala Igbo. Ndị Igbo, unu asị na ife aka unu chọrọ ka ọ na-eme n'ala Igbo. Our land is under siege by the Fulani herdsmen terrorists and Nigeria terrorist army. Now we are ruining everything by ourselves, by distracting those who are supposed to confront these terrorists from Sahel head on. We are arming people to fight them. What have we done to ourselves? What have Igbo people done to ourselves? How comes we have Liberation Army who have been doing the needful since Mazi Samoneba was with us? All of a sudden, boom, all of them turned to evil people. They are no longer relevant to fight for the Biafra Liberation Army. And Ndi Igbo support Oya. Ndi Igbo people support it. Eba wakanno wenesi anya weba azubase to fear ifele megbo Ndi Igbo. My problem is not even those who are doing this. My problem is those who are supporting it. Even as I'm making this broadcast now, you see many of them, they will come on my comment section to insult me and talk nonsense. So tomorrow, for questioning. Because if I follow, that is what your people told me. No, I follow Simon Ekpa for questioning. Instead of telling our people that Simon Ekpa was arrested. In case tomorrow, because America has more interest in Nigeria than Finland. So don't expect America to fold their arms. So tomorrow, if Ngozi Orubueze is called for questioning and stay for some months in America, those in her cabinet will split everything into two. Some of you Ndi Igbo now will support some group, while others will support some group. So when anything Ngozi Orubueze put to go in place, so to us in on a Gimepe embassy now, that embassy will become irrelevant. That embassy will become useless. Then another group will come out from her group to tell you that they want to open a Biafra embassy in America. When I heard the story of this Biafra embassy in Washington that they said they want to open, I pinched myself. I said, oh my God, what have we done to ourselves? So the Biafra headquarters that we opened in Maryland just a few years ago in 2023 in Baltimore, Maryland, is no longer relevant. All the money that we spent to open this embassy, Biafra headquarters, which is going to be our #1 Biafran embassy all over the world in Maryland. So all of a sudden, it is now irrelevant. Everything in that embassy, every document, everything has become useless. And in Igbo, now support there. They will say not okay like that. Now you want to spend another money to open another embassy in the same America. Now, if Ogenkere is called for questioning, people in his cabinet will come and split his cabinet. Ndi Igbo kwa, the same Ndi Igbo anyị will support some group and the others will support some other group. Ndi Igbo ifele megbu onu alu emego Ndi Igbo. I'm ashamed of you people. In fact, when I think of the kind of brain Ndi Igbo was in Azua, I realize that now, in fact, you people cannot come out and say no. 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 No to this. This is not how it should be done. Mpotame broadcast go chata. Ono si jide nwa amadi akpolo Biafra Unite ka egbuo ya n'okwu galo. Ọ dịghị ka otu amụma bọọdụ na nwa nọ na nga deceive ụmụ Igbo n'ife gbasara nwere onwe. Ọ dịghị nesi anya, ọ dịghị ka amụma bọọdụ na nwa ya analụ any individual ego ma ọ bụ any government ego to betray Biafra with all my afụfụ niile ntalụ na nwere onwe a. Tear my life on the line. Ọ dịghị ka m ga-ebitray nwere onwe a. Ọ dịghị ka m ga-afụsi eziokwu kpụrụ ifu na iru naanị. All of you gather na-akpọ m iyi. All of you gather na-akpọ m iyi for telling you, no, this is the way esi wee put to this, esi wee mee ya o wee baala anyị. All of you gathered to insult me. I won't say anything to you now. But by the time Ali Igbo finally falls into the hands of the Fulani, by the time Ali Igbo Murumzemuozo falls into the Fulani, the way Benue State, Plateau State, Kaduna State, all these states, including some Yoruba states, Ondo State, and Edo State, have all now been fallen into the hands of Fulani jihadists. Once Ali Igbo is completely fallen into the hands of Fulani, then in Oluzieba and on Obodo Igbo, in Oluzieba and Wike, you malu no nwere zebi si wepụta. Negi ya aga, naga aga, umunegi ndị nọ here aga, everybody aga, in Oluzie n'Obodo Igbo forever.